Hey guys, we're all together, all of us for once, yay! It is the
800,000
subscriber video, which I know is a little bit late. We promised it ages ago, but we've been super busy and it's the first time we've all been together. So thank you all so much for your support, all your comments and your likes and your favorites, and when you share our videos and for subscribing. It really means a lot to us. And without further ado, on with the video.
Simple Exploding maybe asks, what's the most embarrassing thing you've done in the name of Access?
I'm quite lucky. I don't really have to do embarrassing things. I make these guys do the embarrassing things.
I went to the MCM Comic-Con in London where a dance troupe from Pineapple Studios dressed up in the cheerleader outfit and did a bunch of dancing whilst also having zombie makeup on. And I did the same thing. I had the zombie makeup and a cheerleader's outfit, and I danced in front of about 200 strangers.
All the way down.
Personally, I think it's quite embarrassing being the coward of Access who has to play scary games and look like a fool.
Oh God!
Oh my God! I also was quite embarrassed when I had to sing the theme tune to a hypothetical Bond movie that Rob came up with many moons ago.
I've done a headshot on you, teabagged you just for fun, shooty, shooty, gun, gun.
The Brian Cox impression.
Billion, billion, billion.
Every goddamn week.
Julio Calderon asks, what football clubs do each of you guys support?
I support Crystal Palace.
I support Tottenham Hotspur.
I support Bath Rugby Football Club.
I'm Welsh.
Rick Muckhergy asks, can we have Rob, Dave and Holly each have a go at trying to do the Brian Cox voice?
Oh, I'm not very good at doing impressions, so I'll just do an impression of Nathan doing the Brian Cox voice.
I was actually down to play Brian in the Friday features, but for some reason, Nath got really upset about it, and he had to do it instead, and I've never forgiven him.
I think Nathan does it a bit too soft, actually. Everyone always says he nails it. I don't think he does.
No.
I'm not sure that any of those really nailed the unique magnetism.
William Jones asks, please, can Dave just do another Cribs style tour? The answer is yes.
What up, Cribs? Welcome back to Access. Now, you guys said you wanted to see our games room, so let's go take a look. Here we are in the games room. You guys probably recognise it from such amazing videos as that unboxing one. Straight away, where it all began, almost, the PlayStation Value Pack. And I don't know if you...
Grab everything that isn't bolted down. I'll keep an eye out for falling. Grab everything that isn't bolted down. I'll keep an eye out for...
Blackwater Ale. You might remember it as Drake's Deception. You're wrong, it's actually L'inganno di Drake. Someone's had that. God of War 3. Inside. Many treasures. PlayStation's biggest icon, Pac-Man. Everyone remembers Elephants in the Snow. I didn't get to do that bit. I remember them being so much bigger. Well, I guess I've got bigger. That's a coaster. Oh yeah, the PS2. It's probably fine. I think this is how Holly replies to your comments, using this. All the PS4s that we have in this room. Oh, and all the DualShocks as well. They're cool. Up here, how can I not mention Book of Spells? I remember having lots of fun with my wand. I like these weird triangle shapes. They're not great for holding boxes, but they are great for holding blue PlayStations. Gran Turismo 5 Signature Edition. I don't know whose signature that is. Doesn't say. Buzz. Right, I know you're thinking we've been all the way along here and I haven't mentioned the one thing you really wanted to look at, which is right here, the TV. Sometimes I just come in here and do this. 4K, 4,000 pixels. Let's ignore that. Best of all, just it swivels. I don't want to do that too much, it feels loose. I'm going to leave up there. There's a position for every mood I'm feeling. Maybe seductive, lazy, interested, movie time, Sunday. Here's Holly's jacket, which I really, really want. There's so much stuff in this room I want to steal. Diet Coke and regular Coke. Diet's the main meal, Coke's the dessert. These waters strangely untouched. Always stay hydrated. Snake's bionic arm. Probably not actually his. I don't know why it's holding a single rose. Over here, Holly's pride and joy is her inflatable Loco Roco. I don't know why she never inflates him. It feels kind of unfair. Oh, it smells like holidays. So thanks for coming, Cribs. It was good to have you by. That was the games room. And I'd love to have you stay, but I've got a date with Tekken, so if you could just, you know, just hit the door on your way out, that would be great.
Cameron Hoover asks, this isn't meant to be rude at all, but what actual work do you guys do at Access? Because it seems like an interesting job, but what does actually working there entail?
Personally, my work consists of writing the Friday feature, then filming it, then editing it, and then I go back to writing the next one. That's pretty much all I do.
I make the PlayStation Store video every week. Now Rob is doing this Friday feature thing, which we all agreed he would do. Me and Dave do everything else on the channel. So you can work out how that's split all by yourselves, but kind of in terms of the video work, while Holly's at PlayStation making all the magic happen, yeah, me and Dave are the engine room. That's right, Dave.
I don't do any work at Access. I don't know how I've been getting away with it all this time. No one's noticed. I just sit here and like just complain mostly and play scary games.
Suleiman Ali says, have any of you ever cried at a video game and why?
Yes, I have, and it wasn't during Final Fantasy VII when Aerith died. It was actually a weird thing. It wasn't even that sad a moment. It was in Metal Gear Solid 4 when you go back to Shadow Moses and all of the area that you visited in the original Metal Gear Solid is just crumbling and it's falling to bits, and the original theme from the end of Metal Gear Solid 1 plays, and it just makes you reminisce about a decade of your life, and I thought that was amazing. Yeah, it did make me cry a little bit because I realised I'd done pretty much nothing with those 10 years, which was quite a sad moment.
I've definitely cried at video games. I do remember crying at the end of Final Fantasy X, and I definitely cried during several scenes in the Mass Effect series. I got totes emotion.
I think it's because it was so much like my actual life. Some of the sadder things in Everybody's Gone to the Rapture did make me well up. And again, it was the music. It was, you know, basically show me anything with that music and I'll probably be tears.
I think the closest I've come is probably the start of The Last of Us, which I didn't know about at all, and I found absolutely amazing. And also the end of The Last of Us. And also some bits in the middle of The Last of Us.
Kareem Magdi says, can Rob explain the entire Metal Gear Solid story in under a minute and a half? It's just so confusing.
No.
Peace Walker asks, how did you all get into your jobs and meet each other?
There is a funny story about the first time that we met Holly.
We had a massive falling out, actually. I was working in PR for Bandai Namco at, I want to say Gamescom.
And we had an appointment to go and see the Star Trek game.
And it was like the third day, everyone was exhausted, like really tired.
We were on time, or we thought we were on time.
And they didn't turn up on time for their appointment with me.
We'd never met each other before, but she was angry that we were late.
I had a bit of a go at him and he sort of pouted.
I think in the end I probably stropped off.
And that was the first time we met.
Declan Donahoe asks, for Dave, when have you been most scared playing a video game?
I got really scared playing Alien Isolation at E3, and that was in a big crowded room surrounded by people also playing Alien Isolation, but that game was terrifying. But In truth, I've been most terrified, sat in this office in broad daylight, like now, trying to play PT, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Rob wanted me to capture something, and I had to stop and get someone else to do it. I just couldn't do it.
Axel S says, who are your favourite developers to interview?
Shinji Mikami, actually. Big fan of Shinji Mikami, and I got to interview him at E3 a couple of years ago for The Evil Within. And I was really, really excited to meet him, and I think he was equally as excited to meet me.
Some of the nicest people I've ever interviewed have been some of the indie developers. Even though I've met some incredible people, the ones that are really relaxed on camera and aren't scared of having fun are always the best. Charles Cecil, behind the Broken Sword series, just a delight to talk to. Our interviews are normally like 40, 50 minutes long, and you have to try and edit them down because I could talk to him forever. Anyone with lots of personality and isn't reading off the script and is really just happy to talk about their game with you.
The most fun that I think I've had in an interview recently is talking to the guys from Techland behind Dying Light. And I must say, the first time we spoke to them before the game was out, none of us really knew that it was going to be as fun as it was. But those guys, they are great. They are great fun. And now the game's out and it's good, I don't have to feel bad about it either. And seeing them this year after the game was out, they're like in touch with their community, and there's just such a buzz about that place. They seem like really good guys.
My favourite developer is Harada-san of Tekken fame, who is just always hilarious, just naturally hilarious. And if you can make him laugh, he's got the most infectious laugh ever.
Exint Monkey asks, in the thumbnail, is Dave confirming Illuminati? Don't be so stupid.
King Size asks, are there days when you absolutely don't want to come into the office?
There are days where I absolutely don't want to get out of bed, but there's never ever been a day where I absolutely don't want to go to work.
When I wake up, I always feel, horrible and tired, but I never feel like, oh man, I've got to go to work. It's quite good, that.
There's no days that I don't want to come into the office, but there are days when I don't want to do the journey to the office. As if the office could be closer to me, that would be good, but not so close that I'm in it.
There are days when I absolutely don't come into the office.
Tiger Tales TV asks, question for everyone, which PlayStation console boot-up sequence do you prefer?
I actually really, really like the PS2. There's something really relaxing about watching the little towers dance.
PlayStation 2. I love it's not the kind of a bit that I like, it's just the womp.
I think my favourite is the PlayStation 3 because I love the orchestra sound, and it just, the waves and stuff, they just looked so next gen at the time. They were so slick and sleek, and it made me excited about what graphics were going to be like.
I think I'm going to have to go with the original PlayStation. That kind of deep booming sound as it kicked in was just brilliant. Brings back all the memories.
The Falcon Punch 720 wants to know, for all of you, what's your favourite sweet or chocolate bar? Mine is the Yorkie bar.
Oh my god, I love chocolate.
It's also Yorkie, but Yorkie fruit and nut.
I don't know. I love it all.
Crunchy.
Just love chocolate. Just bar.
Kit Kat Junkie.
David Mathio asks, hey guys, question for Dave here. I'm Dave and I play guitar as well and was wondering what kind of music you liked and played. What's your favourite band?
Well, I like all kinds of music, and I've played all kinds of music, some absolutely terrible kinds of music, but I spent a long time trying to make a success in a band that played pop punk. Yeah.
Lost in Paradise asks, to all, Sony is well known for making creative, unusual and original PlayStation adverts. What's your favourite from PlayStation's history?
I remember the one with the duck in it. Was that a PS2 advert? Welcome to the third place, and it had a duck going, welcome to the third place.
Welcome to the third place.
The original PlayStation 1 girl with the girl with the weird shaped face. So creepy, and yeah, I still remember it even now.
My favourite advert is the 1995 advert
Not only because I got to see behind the scenes, which was really cool, but because it's just really smart how it's all one shot and it makes you think about what PlayStation meant to you. Like all that stuff really struck a chord with me and what I was doing in my life at those particular times.
My favourite one is I think it's from the original PlayStation, it's the one about living many lives. Conquered worlds. That one.
Joe Service asks, can you do a funny blooper reel video, please? Well, I'm afraid to say, Joe, we don't actually make mistakes.
Hey Access, it's Holly Bennett. Oh, sorry. Sorry guys. It's fine.
He's the god of storms, deserts, chaos, and war. Now put this infernal thing away and do shit.
When a meteor crashes into the planet Earth, through the atmosphere and into space. Oh,
that was really good.
I forgot what was next.
I always knew Shadow of Mordor was going to be proper bull.
If only it was that simple. Hey, Kim, do you want to see my impression of an elephant?
I didn't know you liked this kind of filth, Robert.
Oh yeah, whoa, have one of them.
Whereas Smuff, Smoff, Smoff, oh Smuff, Smoff, Smo, Smoog.
I didn't know you liked this kind of thing, Robert.
Well, there's fighting in it as well. Squall's got a gun blade and he uses
Well, he's not using his gun blade now, is he?
Billion, 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 billion.
How am I feeling right now, Mr. Mike?
I did not expect that to happen.
Oh.
No, Rob, no. Why?
Smoog is lumbering and heavy with slow attacks and a massive reach. What's he done?
Done. Can I drop the mic?
Once again, a big thanks to everyone for watching our videos, for joining our amazing army of subscribers, and for generally being awesome. Stay with us, and we'll see you at 1 million.